video, I'm joined with Dana. Dana's 2 days out from stage. We are doing a depletion workout today, and then afterwards she's going to get a hell of a lot of carbs in to fill back out. So we're going to run through a workout. I'm going to break down exactly what I do during peak week to help Dana bring her best onto the stage for her return in her physique competition. Let's go. Dana is 3 days out from her competition, and today we are going to work out full body. The reason we are going to train full body today is because she has had 3 days of depleting no carbohydrates. We had high amounts of protein, minimum fats, and no carbohydrates for 3 days. This is peak week. And then she is getting a carbohydrate load. So calories have come up, sodium and water has increased, and we're going to be getting in a decent amount of calories. She's just having a laugh here as I had to correct her hands on the hip thrust. She was trying to get away with it. But we are getting in a hell of a lot more carbs for today, and we're working full body to make sure that when we eat those carbohydrates, they're going to store as glycogen throughout all the muscle groups that we have worked. Now, do you want to use a carbohydrate load for every time you compete? I wouldn't recommend to, and I would only use it if it's required. For some bikini competitors, some wellness, and many others, it may not actually be required to do a carbohydrate load. Dana, for example, has competed in bikini for many years, but this is her new debut in wellness. So we're using a carbohydrate load to look fuller with the muscle mass, whereas before we were too full for bikini. So it's always important to use the right strategy in the right context and at the right time. Now for training today, full body, we are going to stimulate all muscle groups, and we're going to work a range up to 15 reps. The reason for that, we want to make sure we are depleting all the glycogen, everything that's residual left over in terms of glycogen, before we get those carbohydrates in. Now, by having a few days of depleting carbs, we may actually get what's called a supercompensation effect, meaning that when we consume our carbs, we will actually supercompensate and store a little bit more glycogen than usual compared to when we wouldn't deplete those carbohydrates. Now, I have been using this method whenever I do a depletion and a carb load, and I have found it to be effective. Once again, right tool for the right job and right tool for the right person. So here's Dana working the quads, nice and controlled tempo. Now 2 seconds down here, 1 second up. As you can see, the quads are starting to fill out a little bit more. You can see that she's got the definition in the shoulders. We had a little bit of carbs before going into this session, and then she will increase her carbohydrates after this session. But we just want to make sure, once again, we're getting filled up all around, and then we'll hold that glycogen coming into the show over the next couple of days. So it's always important to treat peak week as an individual and of one. You need to see what works for you. All my competitors send me photos each morning of peak week. After the carb load, they send me photos. They send measurements, body tape, body weight every morning, every day, so we can make the right adjustments at the right time for each competitor. If you're interested to know her calorie intake, it's around 3,000 calories per day, few days out from competition at 44 kilos of body weight. And we have really jacked up the carbohydrates. Protein on the moderate to low side, fats on the low side, and the rest make up the carbohydrates. So she can really replenish that glycogen. We get a protein sparing effect due to the high amounts of carbs, and we have higher sodium and water to make sure we get that glycogen replenishment. So there you have it, guys. That's a bit of a run through of Dana's workout as she is 2 days out from competition. I hope you had some value and learnt maybe a couple of tips that you can apply with your own health fitness transformation goals. If you found anything helpful, please like this video, comment any questions or feedback down below, and always you can subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with more fitness content. So remember, guys, go give it everything, and I'll see you all in the next video. Get after it.